The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Health Alliance for Austin Musicians. Okay, guys, it has been such a fun show listening to live music here on the steps of the Capitol, and it's just a tiny snippet of all the wonderful things going on for HAAM Day 2025, the 20th anniversary of HAAM Day. We have got someone super duper special to kind of wrap up this show today. It's the guy who came up with the whole idea. It's John Kunz with Waterloo Records and also founding board member, no big deal, of HAAM and HAAM Day. Well, good morning to you, John. Lovely to have you. Tell us about the genesis of this idea, because HAAM was already up and running, but they were looking for a way to raise money, and this came from actually Waterloo Records. You had a little idea.
Well, we had been doing benefit days where we were giving a portion of our proceeds to a very worthwhile organization, and I said to Robin Shivers, who founded HAAM, why don't we see about doing that with every business across the city that we can get on board?
Yeah.
And have music, live music at each one of those venues, and make it all about local music at local businesses, and it caught fire, and here we are 20 years later, and I think it's, if you strung out all the events that were happening just today, it's would work out to 5 full 24-hour days worth of music.
Wow.
120 hours of performances happening today.
That is a lot. Yeah, 400 musicians. It's so much talent. 200 plus performances, about 130 venues. People have really stepped up, and they continue to do so every year. So if I can get you somebody who was there from the beginning to reflect on the change you've seen not only in Austin, but in what HAAM can do in 20 years. Talk to me about that.
Originally we started out with 500 musicians that we were able to assist with access to affordable health care, and now we're up to 2,300.
Wow.
So that's incredible, and also just the businesses that signed on, they were basically a lot of friends of mine and other people on the board that we knew were music loving and community builders, and so it was a natural, and it had just proliferated from there. It's been fantastic.
Really a grassroots effort. Exactly. Friends knowing friends, people saying, this is a great concept, this is a wonderful organization, I want to be on board.
Well, there were so many of those businesses that, that was the part-time job of working musicians that were working at that business.
Oh, okay.
So, in fact, lots of the early performances that way, and to this day, some places, the people that perform at that business,
it's now still there. Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let's talk about what's happening today. I specifically want to mention your little joint. People might be able to see the logo on the hat. Waterloo, which has just had a big move, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But you have, I have to read this off my card, Primo the Alien.
At 5 o'clock today, doing an incredible pop EDM in-store performance.
Pop EDM. Okay, that makes a lot of sense for someone who calls themselves... Yeah, Primo the Alien, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's in your new location. So tell us about that.
We've got, for live music, we've got a great new stage, and I'm so very happy. KXAN donated a section of the original Austin City Limit stage from Studio 6A on the UT campus to us, and we added on to that to make the size stage we were looking for. But it's just so cool to have the 50-plus years of ACL staging in our building.
It's living history, and that is absolutely incredible. I want to ask, before we let you go and before we have to wrap this wonderful show up, about how we can support today with HAAM Day.
They can just go to myham.org and make a donation there. If they're out at any of the events, there's QR codes around where they can just pop into that, and it's just as easy as clicking away.
I couldn't have said it better myself. John, we'll leave it there. Happy HAAM Day to you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. myham.org, that's where you can go to learn more info. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Health Alliance for Austin Musicians.